That makes sense. I know who I'm dealing with. He's back. He's back!
Well, technically, Marcus, this was the placeholder image.
Yeah? You're not going to go black screen because that's how Mandy Rose matches seem to be these days?
It went one black screen.
No, it was several. His titties were flying out. She couldn't get her titties together.
The real actual thumbnail is this one.
A man forcing a guy to give him a blowjob in public. You gotta suck my dick.
And I believe the best V trigger of the week, of the night, of the last 2 days was Mandy's one.
With the knee brace. I'm actually gonna agree. It's not shot at Kitty. I think that she actually really got one of her best V triggers ever when she put that knee brace on.
But and the other thing was the camera angle didn't help Kenny. They did not help Kenny with when he landed a V trigger.
Kenny was fatigued. He was fatigued though. He wasn't in. You could tell he wasn't in ring shape.
No, he wasn't. That's even why he was wearing a shirt.
Yeah, like he's not 100% Kenny yet, but I think he was inspired by Mandy Rose.
Yeah, I was glad he was back though. I was glad he was back.
It's good that he's back. AEW needs him on the roster. The roster was seen to be thinning because after that first hour, it's somewhere in the middle. I feel like we got the third hour of Raw for them. I don't know what it was, but I feel like we entered third hour of Raw. And Manny, isn't that the prettiest title in all wrestling right there? Though?
It is, and now it's going to be redundant.
Yeah, it means nothing. Damn you, Vince McMahon. Curse you. Fuck you. I knew this was your plan all along. You killed NXT UK. That's a sacrifice. Although this is actually Triple H killing it, I think.
Well, they're not necessarily. We'll get more into it when we get back after the.
It's dead. I'm a dramatic wrestling fan, Manny. I'm a dramatic wrestling fan. It's dead. I don't know why Gigi is summoning Tanahashi right now with her air guitar.
Marcus, can I go as far to call that Thirst Trapper Jones ref?
I don't know. All I hear is Nakamura Steve. So do.
And then
oh yeah,
this was too much to handle.
Yeah, you can tell by the guy in the old Ballet Club and the headband that wait a minute, let me stand in front of this post. I don't want people to see that I'm fully erect right now. He has no intention of watching the match. Look at the people in there. Look, wow.
It's the one. It's the guy taking the photo next to the woman, like, oh, but wearing a mask.
Yeah, Thickomania is happening live.
All under the watchful eye of Hulk Hogan.
It's haunting. He always shows up.
And we'll be back right after this.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Hey! Oh! Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Hey.
If you haven't already, make sure you check out the Best of July 2022. It's coming for the Fiend video, Marcus. Have you seen that?
It's gonna pass. Yeah. I saw it. It's gonna pass the Fiend for sure. It never passed Bianca and Becky, but it passed the Fiend video.
But what also might take over the Fiend video is Roy's Retro with China's ass.
Who knew that all you had to do was put China's ass on our video and then we'll blow up. It'll blow up and carry us past our goal. Because now, Manny, I'm going to say this right now. I know we haven't done introductions yet, but We are in this is Sparta era of the Untitled Manny and Marcus show or the Sharpshooters channel. There it is. 300 subscribers, as we say.
And
unbelievable.
After almost over 200 episodes, or are we at 200 episodes now? We're way over 200 episodes.
We had the Maurice 200 episode. Yeah.
For the last 200 episodes, I've been Lord Manny Hayes. He's been
Marcus, the grand finale, who you may know as the pioneer of petty.
Pioneer of petty.
Pioneer of petty. His names are getting more and more elaborate each time.
Next week he'll be the innovator of petty.
Come out with a goatee and a kendo stick. Fucking crying and shit.
And then the week after will be Sabu.
Just Sabu. No explanation. No explanations. Just the petty Saito. Homicidal. I don't even know how to even do it. Wouldn't even know how to announce it.
We got some messages coming in. Congratulations on 300 subscribers. Welcome to the Sparta era.
The Sparta era. Now I get to work on my abs. Eric's been working on this for a many months now. Just full six pack. Full six pack. You know the six pack? You can't be on the show.
Where's back from one of his many adventures? So we kick off with a little bit of news. So we got the news that WWE are launching NXT Europe, which sees the end of NXT UK as it's going on hiatus for a few months, following the announcement of the Worlds Collide event that's happening the same day as AEW's All Out, the day after WWE Clash at the Castle.
Yes. To me and you, Manny, the only two NXT UK fans in the planet, the only people probably to ever do an NXT UK watch along, and people still didn't watch. It really hurts.
I think 50 people watched that.
Yeah. It actually hurts because I actually enjoyed. That was my guilty pleasure wrestling. That was the safe space for wrestling. You go there, there's no ill will in that community. Everybody's enjoying it, having a good time.
Well,
there's no negative backlash. Everybody's just having a good time.
Well, I think it will continue because I think it's going to continue across Europe where there is even more great wrestling across Europe. It's just not showcased as much. So and Gunther has spoken.
Oh, what does Gunther have to say? Yeah, it's a tragedy.
Okay, let me just get up the tweet. 1 second. The whole of Europe has a rich history of pro wrestling. In the last decade, a lot of people have unselfishly put the work to revive this great sport at our doorsteps. I'm excited for the talent and the fans.
Okay. That's you know what? That's nice of him. Put that out there. But it means nothing to me. It means nothing. I don't want to be redubbed as the NXT UK title or European title. I want it to be the NXT UK title. And I know it's going to go. And that son of a bitch, LeBron Breaker, is about to have them both.
What's the bigger tragedy, Marcus? Briggs and Jensen holding those beautiful NXT UK tag
killed the brand. They killed the brand.
Braun Breaker, that's going to be holding up the NXT UK title.
Oh. It all hurts. It all hurts. Don't speak like this to me. It hurts. It hurts. That's like picking before which is your favorite dead dog of your last 20 years that you own. Like that's what you're going like. Oh no! Don't make me choose between them. There's both tragedy. Which one died the worst? The one that ate the chocolate, or the one that got ran over by the bus? No.
What way to
hurts
go?
Too much.
What way to go? I ate chocolate. I died.
Yeah. Oh, that was delicious. That's like ODing on drugs. Like, oh, this is great. Oh wait, this is too great.
So as we're in the Sparta era of the Sharpshooters Network, Wes said you can wear the Karrion Kross helmet.
Officially, yeah. Officially. I think that Johnny Saint will be the next discovery from AJ Francis on WWE's Most Wanted Treasures. They'll find him in the warehouse. We have everything from NXT UK, but Johnny Saint, who just ran off. Yes. And then you just see him throwing a towel over some old man in the rain. It's like, there he is. That's Johnny Saint. We finally get to just put him in.
Yeah, because that other guy, Sid Scala's been doing all the dirty work for.
Yes, Johnny Saint never's there. He's never there.
Johnny Saint just appears occasionally.
Yeah.
So I think that's
the Joe Biden of wrestling. Just
there's a few people that have been
man.
released because at the end of this, it was Mark Andrews, who none of you will know.
Mandrews.
None of you will know. And Mark Andrews' partner, Flash Morgan Webster, also has been released.
Yeah, and Manny, I'm gonna go online and also bitch and moan and complain about, oh, I can't believe WWE got rid of the Wild Boar or you didn't watch the show. You didn't watch the show. You didn't care. You don't care.
But if anything, as I told you in the pre-show, with these NXT UK releases, because they're not going to keep everyone. Some of them are probably going to get moved over to the NXT roster, and you'll probably see more people move over to main rosters from NXT to balance out the roster. A lot of these NXT UK wrestlers will go back into the UK indie scene, which was murdered essentially for a while by the NXT UK, because they gobbled up all the main attraction. Yes, some of them were still able to do shows, but it was the WWE affiliated shows that they were only allowed to do. So their income was slashed. They weren't being nearly as paid as much as NXT wrestlers or main roster people. So it's a good move for them. So I wouldn't necessarily, if you go out there and start complaining why they've been released, a lot of their careers have been on hold for a while, being in NXT UK.
So let's see who survives. Who's going to show up on AEW Dark and all that other shit. Let's see who survives this.
So are you ready to get into today's show, Marcus?
Yeah, now that I'm done mourning the legacy of Rampage Brown.
I will remember you.
Damn it, if we didn't get copyright strike, I think that's what we should do, a montage of all the NXT wrestlers, UK wrestlers. Like, oh, ends with Rampage Brown, the one that hits the hardest.
Yeah. That was sad. The guy, he was the chosen one. He was supposed to beat Walter. So Walter could become Gunther.
It could have been years ago, but he was hurt.
So let's kick off with AEW Dynamite. It opens up with CM Punk. He came out with claws this week. He came out with claws. Yeah.
I don't know what was wrong with him. I don't even understand why he came out so vicious. He had nothing but hate in his heart. I felt like he did a spirit bomb of hate. And it's like, people of Earth, send me your hate and energy. I am about to unleash it on Dynamite today. And he starts off, let me tell you this, attacking Hangman Page and calling him a coward. For no reason.
No. So he offers Hangman Page a rematch tonight, yesterday. And then Hangman Page doesn't answer. I'm pretty sure CM Punk knew that Hangman Page probably wasn't even there.
Yes.
And then said, that's not cowboy shit, that's coward shit.
Yes.
And then goes on to cut him deep afterwards as well.
Yeah. And then according to Dave Meltzer, that was just off script. And I don't even know why. Why? What? I get to see Hangman Page at home with his wife and probably new child, just like, oh yeah, having a good day. They pull a Dynamite. What the fuck did I do? I wear butterfly pants 1 week, and next thing you know, CM Punk is coming after me.
But it didn't stop there, Marcus.
No.
He said that Mox, he's always had Mox's number and calls him the third best guy in his own group. And I think twice. So he's clearly saying Cesaro and Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson are better than him, because it definitely ain't Wheeler Yuta.
It could be William Regal. Maybe, I don't know who his third man was. The third man for him was, but I could think of a few people. I honestly would prefer in-ring work from Regal and and Claudia over Mox. And I would even take Willie Yuta over Mox in the ring match.
And then he says his best friend is the third best Eddie he's ever faced, and the second best Kingston he ever faced.
Okay. With the Eddie comment, I got Guerrero, and who's the other one? Edwards. Is it Eddie Edwards?
I don't think he's ever faced Eddie Edwards, has he?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to think. I was like, fuck, who's this other Eddie? But the Kingston line, I was like, yeah, shout out to Kobe. CM Punk's one friend in WWE apparently still. The one guy he's not even the best Kingston I had to like room. Although I would love to see a CM Punk versus Kofi Kingston match. Now,
yeah, they had some nice ones for the Intercontinental title back in the day.
Yeah, and they were a tag team and everything like that. But I would like to see the veteran version of them going at it together. Considering their brand, I think they would have a banger match.
Yeah, they definitely would. He then goes on to say in Chicago, he will be the second best Johnny defeated in Chicago.
Yeah. No, he won't. He said, you're not even the best John I've defeated in Chicago. And he's like, I don't even know if you're ranked. Like, I can think of other Johns. Like
John Bradshaw Layfield. This leads to Mox coming out, which Punk decides to do Snow Angels while it took Mox
he's like, this takes a while. Yeah, this takes a while. I'm going to do Snow Angels. And I go, what the fuck is up with Punk today? This dude was on one. No, and let me tell you this, I am 100% entertained by all of this.
No, this segment was great because Mox said some shit. Said that he only
Mox had some good ones.
He came back to AEW because he ran out of money.
Yes. I was like, oh, why is this so personal?
And then CM Punk said, I'd take you right now, but you'd bleed everywhere.
And I went, oh man, why? CM Punk was out there just dropping ether. Just ether on Mox. Like, as good as Mox had with comebacks and whatnot, CM Punk would torch everything he did. Just torch them. Just torch them. It was like, oh, that's a good comeback. Oh no, you're gonna bleed everywhere. No. Got him.
And then this led to a pull apart. But the first there were two pull aparts. The first pull apart was very weak.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, Wardlow beat up all these people. How have they managed to stop these two?
Well, not only has Wardlow beaten up these people, I believe Anna Jay has choked out several of these guys.
And so because the security had control of this, it fizzled out. And then you could tell by the crowd reaction, it was also fizzled out. Mm-hmm. So after the first match of the night, Moxley calls out Punk again, and then we have another pull apart, which is slightly better. But then Moxley has lost all credibility when Cesaro handled him like a baby.
Yes.
like a toddler trying to run away. Claudio just grabbed him, and then he's holding him essentially like on the rope. And then next he's lifted him up, and he's pulling him away from CM Punk.
It was like watching somebody's dad get involved in kids fighting in a park. He was just like, stop fucking around, I'll tell you. Oh, shit. I don't know who dad you are, but you are the scariest man in this park right now.
It's also when Shaggy pulls away Scrappy Doo. Let me at him! Let me at him! Let me at him! But so we learn that instead of All Out, we're getting CM Punk versus Mox unification match next week on Dynamite.
But
I don't know
Manny,
why they're giving it to us.
But why? What's
I don't
the
know
plan behind this?
There has to be some fucked up finish. There has to be.
I don't think so. I think that they have a different main event for All Out.
Do you think they've managed? I think they're going to give it. They may try and give us the match that everyone was supposed to get. Maybe.
What's that?
They'll drag Tanahashi out of Japan.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's dig up Tanahashi. Oh shit! You don't think it's going to be an NJF switch?
It could be, but maybe there'll be like a tournament at the start of All Out, and then the winner goes on to face Punk.
Or how long is Adam Cole out for?
Well, it's concussion, isn't it?
Yeah, so maybe it's
No,
Adam
it's a
Cole.
concussion and then it's something else.
He made it seem like he had a heart condition.
No, I think he's actually hurt his shoulder or something as well.
Oh, okay.
Because remember
So
when
it
he
could
took
be
when he took that Rainmaker really weirdly.
Yeah.
What was that card called? Forbidden Door. Yeah, he took. I think he's got like a shoulder issue or something.
Okay. Well, maybe it's not him. I don't know where we're going with this, to be honest.
But it's not, they've got what, 2 weeks to get there?
Yeah, like it's typical AEW bullshit when it comes to their pay-per-views. Throw the card together in like the last week. Like, just give me at least 2. At least WWE had the courtesy to give me 2 or 3 weeks of some bullshit card that they throw together. Like, this is it. All right, take it what you get. All right, this is what you get. But it seems like this was the all-out main event. But nah, next week.
It could be Punk versus Danielson.
It could be, but
after Garcia, what's he got to do next? Jericho maybe, but we'll get onto all that stuff. Will Hobbs said, basically telling the truth as to why he's done with Ricky Starks. He said Ricky Starks was okay losing and he isn't, and Ricky Starks spent years hiding behind him as he helped him keep the title. Not anymore.
He really couldn't have been that. It's what, a year and a half, maybe 2.
Yeah,
like maybe less than that. He's like years. He made it sound like decades. Like it was like he was time of a tag team. Like if this was the Dudleys or the Hardys or something hanging around. Years I've been carrying you. Years. Like this is Street Profits breakup. Years I've been carrying you. But
yeah, and we'll learn that it'll be Dawkins saying that, not Montez Ford.
I can't wait to hear Dawkins say that. It's been years. Now you can't hide behind me. Yeah. But AEW started off with no matches this week. This was a very, very WWE centric type of beginning where it's just like, let's talk it out.
To be honest, though, the way CM Punk came out with the clause, it was worth it. I don't know if we should. And Luchuk said, I don't always climax. That's but sad. When I do, I G1 climb. I feel sorry for your wife. Congratulations to the best in the world, Okada.
My favorite part of the Luchador climax is when he fell off the bed and he's trying to get back in at 19. Every single Japanese match. 17, 18. Oh, he's back. He's going to actually climax. G1 style.
So we get the first match of the night, which is Bryan Danielson versus Daniel Garcia. A 2 out of 3 falls match. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is the guest timekeeper in this match.
Yeah, and I wanted to see his timekeeping. I don't think he was actually doing it.
Well, also, Marcus, I heard that they tried to get Ultimo Dragon, but he was too busy defending a title at a local high school. They wanted the real dragon, not Ricky, just Ricky the Dragon. He lost his dragon status. He lost his dragon status for a number of years.
I like to think that now that Danny Garcia is going by the Dragon Slayer, he has to go after Ricky the Dragon, the Ultimo Dragon. Like the Ultimo Dragon's like, come at me, motherfucker, smoking cigarette, drinking whiskey. Come at me. There's some small town ready to defend his title again. I am the New Fork heavyweight champion of the world. Come at me, bro.
What did you think of the match? I enjoyed it.
It was back and forth. I thought the first submission, I was like, damn, that's it, right? And it was a nice come from behind victory for Bryan Danielson. And I just thought the post-match shenanigans didn't really, I don't know where we're going with that. But other than that, I really enjoyed this. This is the best 2 out of 3 falls match. Because I know you hate these, right, Manny?
I hate them. It's not, I don't hate them with a passion or anything like that. It's just that, they kind of follow the same path all the time. Like, you saw it with the rounds match the other week, where it's 3 falls. It's always one person gets 1 fall, the other person gets the other, and then there's a decider. Like, I just find it really like you know what kind of formula it is. But like this match was actually really good. There was a little bit of blood, but it was subtle. It's not like Moxley. It was subtle.
No, but it was warranted though, considering the way they were fighting, and it wasn't just like some random ass shit. Because Moxley will bleed for no random reason. In this match, you saw why they were bleeding. I don't remember why Daniel Garcia was bleeding, but Bryan Danielson took the steamboat DDT on the concrete. I remember they used to kill people. Steamboat was out forever when Jake the Snake did that. Maybe it's only when Jake the Snake does it on concrete he can kill a man and keep him out. But so Bryan Danielson, who has a history of concussion, was like, "I'm back."
El Luchador has gone to the archives. MVP beat Benoit in 2 straight falls in this match. How many years ago was that?
That's when I knew Benoit was washed.
So at the end of the match, Jericho attacks
There's
Danielson.
a few of them to actually go with too. There's 2. I think there was one in NXT. There was one in NXT UK. I think Tyler Bate beat somebody or something.
Yeah, but those rounds matches, you have to change them up.
No. I think this wasn't even a rounds match. I think this was a legit match.
So Jericho attacks Danielson from behind as Danielson offers a hand of respect to Garcia. Garcia pushes Jericho away. And at the back, Jericho is going to wait a whole week to wait till Garcia decides whose side he's on. And then Steamboat goes in the back and tells Jericho Garcia should be mentored by Danielson.
Yeah. Cut the shit, Chris. Cut the shit. I did like the chant that you're a wrestler. It was a very organic chant from the crowd because over a sports entertainer, you're like, you're a wrestler. Like, you know what? He needs to be in that group. He fits better than Willie Yuta. I'm just saying.
Willie Yuta needs to be gone.
You have that image of him getting flicked off? You don't.
Yeah, I do.
Now stand by. Oh, good. This is what I think of Willie Yuta. Bang. Oh.
Give me a minute. I have to upload it.
I thought you had. You said when you had. I thought when you said you had. There it is. There it is. Take that shit. That is my finger.
If you didn't know,
I only paid to get on that flight to flick him off.
Marcus is secretly controlling Stokely Hathaway's Twitter. I've done an investigation, much like the Vince McMahon investigation, and my sources clearly state Marcus is clearly controlling this.
Yeah. Little did you guys know we are actually related. I didn't know that either. We actually share the same blood. Distant cousin.
It's that them blood pack you've been sucking up like Morbius.
Yeah. Hey, I can't help it when it's Morbid time, all right, Manny? I can't help it. There's times when you gotta let get it on. Morbid time, damn it. Maybe that's for episode 400. It's Morbid. We watched Morbius. I've never seen it.
I will never want to watch that again.
No, the definitive no.
Never again. Never again.
Never put myself through that.
I'd rather do cocaine on the show than do that.
I would love for the 400 era to be the Morbius era, where we're blood sucking and just sucking in general.
So the next match of the night was the Varsity Blondes versus the Gun Club. The Varsity Blondes lose in seconds. Billy Gunn says he's proud of him until Stokely comes up on the ramp, and then the Gun Club attack Billy Gunn with the Acclaimed making the save.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the record. It said they got it before Dominic turned on his daddy. They did it. They did it. And again, the Gun Club turns on somebody for no reason.
And
I need explanation.
People want to say Billy Gunn to scissor him, Daddy-O.
Yeah. There's so much wrong with this. But I want they should have a queue up of all the people the Gun Club has turned on and the explanations of why they did it. Whether it's the Acclaim, or it's the Big Show. The Acclaim, they turned on the Acclaim. The Acclaim, the Big Show, and now they turned on their own daddy. I need explanations, but I need it in that order. I need to know what happened to the Big Show. I need to know why they turned on the Acclaim, and then I need to know why they turned on their daddy. Because it made no sense. And then for Billy Gunn to just bounce back. Like, yeah, my sons just kicked my ass. My sons have beat the shit out of me and decided to turn on me for no explicit reason. And yet I'm okay emotionally taking it by scissoring 2 black dudes in the ring. Tell me, Manny, how that wouldn't be emotionally scarring for you? Like if you let's say if we turned on Eric and Eric was like, all right, I'm good with that. That's just my brother and Manny who turned on me to and then I'm gonna scissor with the I don't know, with
Mike and the other guy.
Eric scissoring Mike and James now. All of a sudden, it's like, wait, you just bounced back from that? You never cared. But
Alicia also said that he'd rather watch QT Marshall versus Baron Corbin than Morbius. in a 2-hour Iron Man match. Not 1 hour, 2 hours.
It's called the Morbius time match. It has to go just as long as Morbius. With Jared Leto at ringside.
Oh, God.
I imagine that Jared Leto as a referee would just be like Aubrey Edwards. I swear to God. Just doing shit. You go like, why are you just, chill. This segment made no sense, by the way. No sense. And I think AEW needs to chill with the turns because it seems like every week someone's doing a random ass turn that doesn't make any sense. Whether you're Luchasaurus, whether you're the Gun Club, or even in the main event.
So Jungle Boy calls out Christian for a match at All Out. He said other stuff, but I did not care. Christian says no. He says this is getting out of hand and says he's proud of him because last year he could barely put together a sentence. He wants to take Jungle Boy to the promised land and says he's like a son to him. Christian holds out his arms, which allows Jungle Boy to take down Christian, leading to Jungle Boy stomping on Christian's arms on the step. But what I liked about this was Christian's little side kick low blow.
Yeah. Yes, what you had that? What is that? What? Tell me that was a low blow, or were you trying to go for my stomach and you're just old and couldn't get your leg up as high as you used to? You haven't been doing your Pilates and yoga, yeah. Oh my nut!
So he openly admitted also in that promo that he tried to run over Christian. Yeah, nothing.
I want the law involved. Just saying. Immediately arrest Jungle Boy.
FTR and Wardlow cut promo where I completely forgot they were in the Pinnacle.
Yes! When he said this is a Pinnacle, I went, I wasn't even drinking anything. So I was like, holy shit. Because, they came out to make the same last week, never put that together.
Yeah, neither did I.
Never.
Neither did
I. That's kind of random. Never thought about the Pinnacle. I haven't thought about the Pinnacle since MJF left.
I completely forgot about the Pinnacle.
They had me at holy shit, like, oh, long-term booking here. I totally spit out something going like, that was erased from my mind and then brought back to me. Oh yeah,
it was not the same without Tully.
It's MJF's group.
It was still Tully. Tully was the guy. There's no other dastardly old man other than Vince McMahon going around these days other than Tully.
Yeah, we're really lacking old men and their hatreds.
Yeah,
evil old men.
So we get the next match we get is Killing King versus Tony Storm. I thought Tony Storm should have destroyed this woman. But
yeah, I thought they were saying. I thought they said Kenny King, and I was like, "Oh, Kenny King's wrestling tonight." Kenny King versus a white woman. Oh man, this is gonna get intense. But yeah, what the hell? Why did this go so long? And then you had Thunder Rosa. Tony Khan has went to the school of Vince McMahon in booking. As he's compared himself to Paul Heyman. No, his biggest inspiration or the person I'm comparing him to is Vince McMahon. As if he's done it again. Because Vince, even in retirement, is getting what he wants. You're the contender for a tag team for the heavy. You're the contender for your respective singles title. But we're going to team you up with the champion. He won a pay-per-view and give you a name. This is what I do. And Vince McMahon goes, this is wrestling, guys. This is wrestling here. Take all your other shit.
He's at home sipping whiskey going, this is wrestling. This is wrestling.
I can see him criticize Paul and call up Triple H. Hey, Paul, turn to TBS right now. That's fucking wrestling. That's how you book the show. That's how you book a show.
So the main event was Andrade, Rush, and Dragon Lee versus the Young Bucks and a returning Kenny Omega.
By God.
I mean, I've missed him. Like, he's not the best promo or anything. He wasn't the best champion. But like, he clearly missing from the AEW roster. Like, you could tell there was just something about AEW that was missing. Like, there hasn't been that much good.
I thought that was Cody.
There hasn't been that much good matches on AEW since Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega. I feel like that was a turning point.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen a good match since Dax and CM Punk. No. Yeah, you know that I really did. You know, you miss Kenny. I was going iffy when he came back. When he came back, I was like, you know, something about this feels right. It's just been a while.
It did.
It has actually been a while. He was out of shape. Considering it's been a while, I don't think he was even ring ready, but he was still doing shit that I was like, oh, I don't think he could do that at this point. Yeah. So it was like, oh, he was winded, beat up, tired. It just seemed like he was like, oh man. It looked like you like remember that nice car you used to have, and you're like, oh yeah, I remember that car. And you open up your garage, and you let it out the garage again. And you're like, oh, it's beat up. You barely run. That's kind of what it looked like with Kenny out there. Still a good match overall. I'm just upset that Andrade still gets nothing out of this company. Nothing. God.
They also turn on Dragon Lee at the end of this match.
Well, they ran out of time on the show. Like the Young Bucks, they were just like, all right, let's get the fuck out of here. Kenny said what he had to say to Dragon Lee. I guess he was like, I fucked up or whatever. Sorry for fucking you up. And then he got the hell out of there real quick. And then it was like, quick turn, take out the mask. All right, attack, in show.
Roosh, this is your brother.
Yeah, it's your brother. I ain't got time for this Cain and Abel shit. We already had the ass boys turn on their ass daddy. You can't have too many family betrayals in the same night. I'm just saying, Tony needs a new idea. Just unnecessary random betraying.
Yeah. So I enjoyed this episode of Dynamite.
I did, but as much as I enjoyed it, I thought it still peaked in the opening segment. To me, that segment was fun for Tori. It's just
I feel like the second hour didn't mean as much.
Yeah,
as you had the Kenny return, but other than that, the second hour was barely a thing for me.
Yeah, in between there, where it was the Christian and Jungle Boy, or the Kenny King versus
Pinnacle suddenly coming back together again.
Yeah. I feel like we're missing a video package of some kind, but that stuff in the middle was nothing. Then they got to the main event after that, but it peaked in the first hour. The opening segment and the best 2 hour 3 kind of had a lull. Very 3 hour Raw-ish, even though it's a 2 hour show.
I don't think it didn't feel like 3 hours to me, but I don't watch shows at regular speed.
No, but it didn't feel long. I'm not saying it felt long. I'm just saying that it had that lull of like, shit, we gotta finish. We don't know what we're gonna throw in the middle of this.
Yeah,
like it's like at the beginning and end, but like the middle, let's figure this out. I'm gonna tell you this is what I'm annoyed by with Dynamite. I'm so sick of a style of it trying to sell me shit. It's just all through the show, random shit of whatever. You're sponsored by Game of Thrones. I don't care about that. But selling me on matches that are happening 7 weeks from now or something in the middle of a match, I don't want that.
It's an A+ show for him. I would say it's a B+.
Probably a B. It's a B.
That middle was a bit tough to get through.
Yeah.
So let's move over to NXT, where it was NXT Heatwave.
Look, it's fire.
I've got the fire, Marcus. Oh.
I'm burning. Why is it so hot? Why am I not immune to fire? Fuck.
The last time we saw that level of fire, the Fiend was here. So NXT
He ain't been the same since.
NXT opens up with Giovanni Vinci versus Carmelo Hayes for the NXT North American Championship. This was a really good opener. However,
Yeah,
I didn't think it needed Trick to be involved in it.
I feel like that they wanted to protect a lot of people and stuff in this. So I think Trick has to. Trick is a necessary evil for this match, but I'm not mad at it. I love this match. This is entertaining. Giovanni Vinci, and who I still want to call Fabian Eichner on random occasions, in my. He's a great singles competitor, and look forward to more of his work down the line. And hopefully this feud isn't over. I would like to see more of these two.
Yeah, it's weird to think what direction Carmelo Hayes is going in, because he's kind of defeated everyone. Like
he's in Roman status.
He's actually at the level where he should be in line for a title shot against Bron Breakker.
I know, right? But not Tyler Bate done swooped in. Who's he going to fight from NXT? Is it going to be the who's the Heritage Cuts champion right now?
It's not Noam Dar.
Is it still did Tyler Bate take it from Noam Dar?
It's not Tyler Bate.
I think Noam Dar lost it for sure.
That is weird. No one watches this show. This is the problem.
Yeah, I wish someone could update me on this. Oh yeah, no one watches it, and they doesn't even put the results in.
Mark Coffey is the UK Heritage Cup champion.
Oh, but he's busy.
So Diamond Mine,
I'm booked. He's booked.
Yeah. Diamond Mine. Julius decided to let everyone know what he saw, because he had to review the footage over the weekend. He had to review the footage over the weekend, and he let out during the week that he's gonna tell people what he saw. He calls out Roderick Strong as someone trying to bring down the Diamond Mine, because he saw a sign from Tony before he hit him in the knee, but Roddy denies it.
Wait, before we go further, Manny, I know we're already at the segment where he accused Roddy, but he goes on the video. I'm going to show everybody the footage that is. Walks to the ring with these guys. Nobody in that group is saying like, "Fuck, he done found something on me." Rod Shaw walking out like nothing's happened. Like, cool. He ain't got shit.
That's what guilty people do.
Yeah, but not that guilty. He was walking around like he ain't got shit on me. That footage is clean. You would think Roddy would have reviewed the footage. I was like, oh damn, he got me.
Then, much like Apollo's vision, them Gallus boys attack Diamond Mine.
Yeah. And I was shocked that the hardcore NXT arena crowd actually knew who Gallus was, because I feel like no one watches NXT UK. I was like, oh shit, it's Gallus. Maybe somebody tipped him off. And I was like, oh shit, it's Gallus, because that's what's going on in my head. Oh, it's a good attack. But
I don't think they got them nearly as good enough as they could have.
Nah, they could have fucked them up. But the Creed boys are so much bigger than Gallus.
Yeah,
like Gallus, they're big dudes. Wolfgang and them, they're huge.
I thought Wolfgang was huge, but Julius is
towering over him.
Yeah.
Julius towers over him. It's like, oh, I was gonna swear these guys are a lot bigger over there. But
this isn't the last time we see them Gallus boys.
Yes,
because they interrupt them stupid boys, Briggs and Jensen, and said that they don't deserve to be holding those titles.
They don't. They're a disgrace.
The root cause of the downfall of NXT UK.
If CM Punk was interrupting this interview, he was like, "What do you gonna do, Jensen or Brooks? You gonna throw those punches that aren't connected? What you gonna do?" That's different, right? But can I also chime in and say one thing? I have conspiracy over NXT this week. Conspiracy.
Explain yourself.
All right. 4 members of Dynamite. 3 minutes of Gallus. Gallus needs a 4th man. And Manny, I know who the 4th man is.
Who?
It's your boy, Apollo! He's been doing this from the beginning. Apollo ain't shit. He's been doing this from the beginning. He's been planting the seeds of dissension in the Diamond Mine. Who is he? Who's back there watching the video of him? Who has the vision of this attack? Green Image? Who saw Gallus coming other than Apollo?
Apollo
ain't shit.
I think Apollo is going to be the new leader of Diamond Mine. And Roderick Strong is going to be joining up with Gallus.
No, I think it's the other way around. Unless he saw that Roderick's a part of Gallus. I don't know how he deduced that. But Sherlock Holmes, he smelled something. You smell like Wolfgang's cologne. How would you know that? Why are you fucking Wolfgang, Roderick?
Because he's all seeing. Apollo is all seeing and all knowing.
I'm just saying, Apollo is shady. Don't trust him. I saw the way he looked at Braun Breaker's belt in that locker room. He looked like he wanted to steal it and run.
You can't call him a stereotype, Marcus. How dare you? Roxanne Perez versus Cora Jade. The promo that was done by Roxanne was awful.
You were my friend.
It's very much
supposed to join the dark side. You weren't supposed to return to the dark side, Anakin. You were supposed to bring balance to the Force.
Till he mutilated Anakin, cut off his legs, his arms.
Cut him in half. It's because he had the high ground. But I understand. Winning is winning, man. I told you I would. Don't fucking make me do it. Fuck it. Cut you in half. Let you burn up. And leave you for dead. I could easily come over there and just finish it off, but nah, I'll leave you for dead.
Roxanne Perez loses this match. Perez loses this match after her conscience comes into play. Instead of hitting her with hitting Cora Jade with a kendo stick, she puts it down, allowing Cora Jade to pick up the win based off the hesitation.
Yeah, and I wanted to see, after the end of this, the new Tommy Dreamer version of Cora Jade continue to beat Roxanne Perez with the kendo stick. You stupid bitch. You should have hit me. You should have killed me. You had a chance to strike me down. Just think, what would Obi-Wan do if he had the high ground with the kendo stick? A piece of shit.
We better stop. Disney might come after us.
I ain't got time for that damn mouse to come at us. What is this? Copyright strike. We're humming. You're gonna keep on doing a bad rendition. Fuck you.
Santos Escobar versus Tony D'Angelo. The cinematic video package was great.
Yes.
I didn't realize this was going on for this long. 4 months ago. I thought, has this really been 4 months? What have I been doing with my life?
Santos was out for a bit. Like, wow. I didn't realize this story was going on that long. I mean, we've lost people. People died in there. Died 2 times, is dead and showed up in the dark.
Yeah, he's now part of the factory. In AEW. I really enjoyed this match. There was parts where Santos even made me believe he could win.
Yes. But I knew he was done when he had the entrance. But I also thought that his own crew was going to turn on him.
Well, that before Elektra got knocked over, I honestly thought that was the point where she was going to turn on him.
Yeah. She's going to be like, ha-ha! Oh, damn it.
But then the ending was kind of nice, where the story has been based around these 2 weapons.
Yeah. But I like the ending. Manny, dumbass decision by Santos. Clearly, the crowbar has the reach.
Yeah, but he couldn't reach the crowbar. That wasn't near him.
Yeah, neither was the Nux. But I'm just saying, if we're both going to go for weapons, I clearly lost if I got to go with a brass knuckle to your chin and you have a crowbar. You have an extension to just hit me from across the ring. I'm just saying, Santos did a dumbass mistake. See you on SmackDown.
Yeah, see you on SmackDown. Indy Hartwell gets a letter from Dexter. Index forever. The letter is ripped up by Blair Davenport. Former girlfriend. I don't know if she's still going out with him. I think so. I don't think Will Ospreay, who lost to Okada again. And then when she says, "Who are you?" She's like, "The next NXT Women's Champion as the UK invasion continues."
Yeah, as someone alluded to online, apparently they have history in NXT UK that I do not recall.
No, neither do I.
Yeah, I don't recall any of this. Maybe it's some. I mean, this is a deep dive in the Indies or something. But I did like the Dexter Loomis note when she went, "Oh," I was like, "Yeah, they back continuity." But
means
can
keep
you
going
explain
back
to
to
me
the
what your
main
husband
roster.
doing? Yeah, what is your husband doing?
What's his deal with AJ?
Yeah. Are you in theory still close?
They announced that Wendy Chu and Tiffany Stratton is going to have a lights out match next week. Does that mean it's unsanctioned? Where they have to turn all the lights up?
I think so. And I want blood. I want guts. I want barbed wire. I want shards of glass. I want Lego pieces. I want a massacre. I want pizza cutters. Like, oh, really? She was a dark character. Cut somebody up with a pizza cutter. But lights out, unsanctioned. So, but whatever. Stratton is better than this, I think, at this point.
What else happened? Zoe Stark versus Mandy Rose for the NXT Women's title. This match was fine. It wasn't good.
No, they got through it. My favorite thing is that Zoe Stark jinxed herself by putting that damn QR code up and showing herself hold the title. And I went, "Oh, you jinxed yourself. You done jinxed yourself. Mandy was main roster bound until you did this shit. Now you got." By God, Mandy Rose at you. The best bout machine or the
best bout machine. You can't call her the best bout machine.
Why not? She stole all Kenny's moves. She stole that V trigger, or as I like to call it, the me trigger. She went all at him. There was run-ins and all that, but yeah, Mandy stays down. I enjoyed the V trigger with the knee brace though. I thought that was her best one she's ever delivered.
The only one that's ever properly connected. And that one looked like it probably would hurt more.
Well, what it's telling me is that Zoe Stark was cheating the entire way and Mandy still overcame the odds with her D'Lo Brown chest protector on her knee. Knees ain't hurt. She's just old.
She put a hurt into that grizzled young veteran's face.
Yes. So if Steve Austin only knew to use the knee brace like this, but Mandy Rose, the new innovator of violence.
Then we get Marcus's new favorite wrestler, Quincy Elliott, who says he is the super diva.
How did you know, Manny? How did you know? Well, I've seen Quincy Elliott on the scooter. I've seen him online. I think he's been in the Key to Lions video.
He was the one that was licking his lips when he from behind when Haaland was standing in front of him.
Yeah.
You're like,
So, yeah, that's what was going on with that. I heard comparisons to the Velveteen Dream and Sunny Kiss. That's basically what you got here. If Velveteen Dream, Sunny Kiss, and Mark Henry had a baby, you'll get this. But I'm going to make another suggestion. This is Magic Johnson's son, the gimmick.
Grayson Waller says Apollo is selfish and is willing to stab anyone in the back to make sure he's the man around in NXT, which heightens the actual suggestion you just made about him being a part of Gallus.
Well, you know, Grayson Waller, we all know is a racist and is accusing Apollo for stabbing people in the back because he's Nigerian. I'm just gonna say it like that because Grayson Waller is a racist and you know it. And then he announced something that no one ever announces in wrestling, and I've never seen this before. He's gonna have his own talk show, Manny. Never seen that before.
I've never seen that before.
I've never seen that before.
The last person
it's gonna be honest and cutting edge.
The last person to have a show that was taken off the air was Lashing Out with Lash Legend.
Yes. Which hasn't been on since she said Nikita lied, you and your fake ass and tits and all that, and then she booted her out of her chair, and that was the last episode.
No, that wasn't the last episode.
It wasn't?
No. So that was when the last episode was involving Nikita Lyons, but Nikita Lyons was having a sit down with Mackenzie when Lash Legend decided to pump kick Nikita Lyons out of the chair.
No. Was that the sit down? That wasn't the last. That wasn't lashing out.
No.
Damn. Those memories. By the way, Nikita Lyons and Lash Legend has come for so long. Well, not them. Tony D'Angelo has come so far because he started his career feuding with Lash Legend, the producer, who he made disappear right away.
JD McDonough versus Braun Breaker for the NXT Championship. I did not care about this match. This match was boring. This match was boring.
How dare you?
Okay,
I didn't care about it either.
Yeah,
I didn't
boring.
care about it either. I honestly care, and I blame Breaker. I blame him. He's dipping too much into the core of Jade, and he needs to work on his actual
Generation
gear.
Jade.
Yeah, he's get out of that generation and focus on his own. Instead of being a big bad booty daddy, going out there trying to live his fantasy, work on your in-ring. Be an interesting character. That's all I'm saying.
At the end of the match, Tyler Bate comes out and has a standoff with Braun, with both holding up their titles. And some people got annoyed that the tournament episode of NXT UK, where Tyler Bate eventually beats Trent Seven in the final. Oh,
what happened? Oh no!
That hasn't aired on the network or Peacock after Dragunov had to drop the title due to injury. But none of these people watch NXT UK on the regular.
Yeah, I died laughing though, by the way. I died laughing that happened. I didn't even know that the tournament wasn't even over because it was spoiled by the internet like at least 2 months ago or some shit.
Yeah, I spoiled it.
I spoiled it for Jamal on ETE. When I was like, Tyler Bate's champion again. He's like, what? Yeah, he was tournament. He goes, I didn't know that. I didn't know who he beat. Trent Seven? They went the wrong way.
Yeah, they went the wrong way. That isn't a fantasy feud. Wardlow should win.
Wardlow should eat him alive. Oh no, considering where Wardlow is going now that he's teaming with Pinnacle and doing 6-man tags at All Out, the TNT title is dead. If I'm Wardlow and I have an ounce of Sasha Banks into me, I'm throwing the TNT title on the table. I'm throwing it on the table out. This means nothing.
Nah, I don't know. What's more effective? Cora Jade throwing in the trash or Sasha Banks laying the title on the table?
I would say Sasha Banks throwing it on the table because she threw it on Vince McMahon's desk on the road.
I kind of wish
She took Naomi with her.
I kind of wish Moose was in WWE at that time because he could have picked those titles up and become the tag team champions, like he became the TNA champion.
Great run, by the way. Great run with that. Where'd you get that?
Found it.
I'm the TNA champion, damn it, world champion. And he was doing title versus title matches, and one of them is not really a sanctioned title.
But I didn't really. After watching Dynamite, I feel like Heatwave kind of fell a bit flat for me.
Wait, did you watch Heatwave first, or did you watch Dynamite first?
I watched Heatwave yesterday after ETE.
Oh, okay. I thought Heatwave was a good show. I thought it was a solid episode of NXT. Nothing that blew me away. Von Wagner takes it down points.
You know what I mean?
Nothing really happened.
It felt like an episode of NXT rather than like...
Yeah.
Dynamite felt like... at least the beginning of Dynamite felt like, oh, this is good. Like, this is one of the amazing episodes of Dynamite.
Yeah, this was a really good episode of Dynamite. It was all the way through, like, even though, we did have that low moment, it wasn't that long. It wasn't like, 2 hours of like, oh man, what are we doing here? It was more like, get this other shit out the way. Let's go back to the real wrestlers. That's kind of how I felt with Dynamite. But it was a much better show. Dynamite was hard to beat after the opening segment, I feel like. Just them just going at each other. Like, it shouldn't seem like it got personal. But other than that, other than confusing moments of Dynamite was the better show. It was better than Heatwave. Heatwave had some nice surprises with, Blair Davenport and Gallus and the death of NXT UK before my eyes. What basically that looked like.
There is some breaking news.
Ooh.
So, Levi said it in the chat, Punk almost pulled a Brock. And then it's also confirmed 6 minutes ago by Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful.com. One source familiar with the situation said they believed that there was a chance CM Punk wasn't going to show up at last night's AEW Dynamite.
Why? What the hell?
No understanding. And then he also said, like 39 minutes ago, a pretty major development in the CM Punk Hangman AEW situation coming to Fightful.com soon as well. But I ain't paying for your nonsense, Sean Fightful Sap.
Nah, someone's gonna link what you said anyway. I get it for free.
Yeah, it's called Ringside News.
Yeah, and they're trash. They're trash. 100% trash.
They are real trash, and they steal all your stuff.
Yeah, they're just trash. They're just the tabloids of tabloids, and they just take what respectable, quote unquote, wrestling journalists do.
There are no respectable wrestling journalists.
Only the Wall Street Journal. And
yeah, but they ain't they aren't.
They're the only ones I trust.
You can't consider them wrestling journalists.
They're the only ones I trust. I don't know what's going on with the CM Punk situation. Because the Hangman Page thing seemed weird. I don't know what, like, that was the weirdest thing about that. He's just like, you coward. And I'm like, why did they make Page look bad? For no reason right there.
Yeah.
He clearly wasn't here. And why did Punk seem like that was a very heelish thing to do? And there was a little bit of realness to the Moxley Punk thing. It seemed like there was some anger in there.
Yeah, there's something clearly going on, and more will probably come out.
And it's the reason maybe they're not fighting at All Out. Maybe they really just, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm not one to go into all the dirt sheet and their speculations. I'm ready for stuff coming out, but I don't understand why Punk would have an issue with any reason showing up unless he really has issues with Moxley or Hangman or Tony or whatever's going on, because there's done no ill to Punk. I feel like
he can't have any issues with Tony. Tony panders to Punk.
Maybe he wasn't pandering this night. Maybe he was like, I'm standing up to you, okay? Do cocaine with me or else, Punk. No. So I don't know what's going on with that situation, but we'll find out. Who knows?
I think you said it, but the most stuff that's currently out there looks like the only thing other than what Fightful just said is you already mentioned that Punk went into business for himself, which is that thing about Adam Page.
Yeah, that was, to me, that was the weirdest thing. When I heard that, I was like, oh, what? Why would they allow that? The cowardness and all that. Like, I was like, Punk is on one or something. I don't know.
Punk was on something yesterday.
Like, he was on the road. Like, it was that angry Punk that you got. Like, I don't know what it was. He was in a very pissed off mood. And everything he said was like, oh, this is personal.
Yeah, something's going on there. We'll let you know more come Saturday. Where it's
more details.
Where it's the Untitled Manny and Marcus show this weekend, because it's Eric and Sharpie Wife's wedding anniversary. So the Eric, the hater, will not be part of the show.
Yeah, I heard Eric is going to dress up as Randy Savage and Sharpie Wife's going to dress up as Liz, and I guess Nick Cage is going to come out with a piece of cutter. They paid for the whole thing.
I heard you were going to run with a snake.
I would love to do that, by the way. I would love to do that at somebody's wedding. Hopefully I don't go to jail for it. Don't even have to know the people. Don't even have to know. I have maybe me as Jake the Snake and you, Manny, as the Undertaker, just walking through. What's wrong with these guys?
This is the most stupidest thing, but I don't know why I'm laughing so hard. Tony offered Punk some Coke. Punk's a Pepsi guy.
I love the double play on that. That's really well done, the Lumberchat.
Yeah, so we'll let you know more what's coming out. Remember to watch Raw is Retro out tomorrow. What actually happened on that Raw is Retro? Undertaker, or is it Kane, dresses up as Undertaker. It was Kane dressed
I
up
feel
as
like you've
Undertaker.
done that episode before.
No, Undertaker dressed up as Kane.
That's like when I get Eric's hand-me-downs. Like, oh, you dressed up as Eric. No, I'm not. This is what I got. Okay?
They drew
This is my
fake
clothes.
tattoos on Kane.
Poor.
But it was really obvious it was Kane because Kane was still wearing the Kane mask. It's so stupid.
Yeah. They got away with it. You get away with anything in the Attitude Era. But yeah. I'm more intrigued about this this insane. Shout out to NXT though. They got a huge rating for Heatwave. Maybe the last one. They got I think it was 700,000 or something views. That's like the most they've had since like 2020.
It was a British invasion. If that's what happened.
People thought the Beatles were in town.
I was gonna throw tea bags at my webcam today, but I was like, no, because all that stuff will probably go all over my desk and it'll be smelling like tea for weeks.
That's better than other teabagging, Manny.
It's like when that time I snapped spaghetti on this show because I was disliking Tony D that much, and then that spaghetti was all over my desk for weeks because I just couldn't find half of it.
Sour smelling in your room, couldn't do anything.
Not cooked spaghetti.
Well, that's it. That's it. Show.
That is the end of the show today. Make sure you check out Roy's Retro. Make sure you watch the best of again. And join us on Saturday.
Thank you.
Which will probably be a more highly rated episode of the Shavuot's Wrestling Podcast. Because Eric won't be on it.
Oh! Eric did well on Tuesday. I'm shocked he didn't ask to be on this show.
We struggled to get that number up. It was at 50 for a while.
As time goes on, as we are in the Sparta era.
Marcus, no one's watching our shit anymore anyway, because they're all watching China or the best of video.
The DX split, just showing her ass. The next video thumbnail, Manny, it's gonna be me bending over with my inner thumb. Let's see how that does.
Sure, we'll get cancelled. Well. No one's gonna watch us ever again.
Yeah. How dare you? This is a sumo tournament? It's not. They tricked me again.
No, we got to deal with shoeless chanting in the NXT zone. All of those people in the NXT zone stink anyway. Especially that Mets fan.
Well, one, I don't believe it's called the NXT zone. How dare you call it the NXT zone? Named after the Impact zone.
The next ROH contender
Who's losing?
Dustin Rhodes.
Ring of Honor is truly dead. It is truly dead. It is truly dead now. That's dead. That's Dustin Rhodes fighting for the Ring of Honor title. It's like Braun Breaker fighting for the NXT UK title. We are all truly dead. Or Brooks suggests to get those tag titles. We're dead. Why did Levi get blocked for 5 minutes?
Because he said WWE hate my people.
All wrestling hate our people. And the Bianca's champion, Street Profits seem to be doing. Black people doing well in WWE these days. Sasha's coming back.
The NXT asylum.
Stop it.
He was put in timeout. Deal with it, Marcus. He likes being in timeout. Turn up to show like
you could have just ended the show, Manny. You could have just ended the show. You're drunk with power. You are drunk with power. You're drunk with power. You're like the time the Authority ran Raw. Just drunk with it. Doing whatever you want.
The business. Yeah, so we'll see you tomorrow or Saturday.
Yeah, and tune into the 300 watch along, which will be coming any day now.
When did you say we were going to do it? Monday.
I was thinking of Monday or Tuesday after the show or a day I have off. Something like that. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna watch 300. I don't know where it's available to streaming. I bet it's gonna be some stupid, like a fucking Play-Doh or Tubi or.
I can find it for you.
Oh, well, Manny, find it. Dig it up. Dig it up. Thirst Trapper Joe's. At it again.
Yeah. So we'll be back. Remember to take care. Spike your hair. Shave
I just want to scream like that. Yeah, you shave it. Don't burn it. Don't set us on fire. Bang! And then, just shave your hair.
Yeah. Peace.